everyone, welcome to the CollabCast. I'm editor Katie Cusack, and I'm here with rapper Promise the Unbreakable and Shareef from Jumanji Beats. Welcome.
Yes,
thank you for being here.
Thank you.
So I really wanted to talk about the community event that you've organized for this weekend.
Yeah.
And that's Saturday, August 31st.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about what brought this on and why you wanted to sort of organize like artists to bring the community together?
Yeah, it's really because, I spent, I want to say the last 4 to 5 years really, pushing my own Promise the Unbreakable, music brand and stuff like that in the area. And, a lot of the events and shows that we've done have been solely like show based, like, come see a couple of guys perform and then,
Right.
grab a couple drinks and then that be that, you know what I mean? So through doing those, I've really been studying at each show, seeing what makes people mingle, what makes people communicate, what makes them talk to the next person rather than just standing in a room, you know what I mean? So what I've been working towards, putting together a venue or whatnot, a place actually of my own and stuff like that, where I can host these type of networking events more so than trying to, grab every single person in the community, you know what I mean? I like to focus more so on the direct, the people who have the impact in the area to connect them so that we can make more impact together and stuff like that. So
like quality over quantity.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Power and strength in numbers and stuff like that. So this will be like the first of a chain of events that are going to be just like it. You know what I mean?
Great.
It's not to say that it like in the future we are going to make the events, more publicized and stuff like that, like directly trying to get everybody to it. But for right now, we're just trying to build up really the team of people that we can see, in the future really playing a big role in what we're trying to do, you know what I mean, with the area and stuff like that. So that's what really brought me. And then on top of that, this whole summer, I really didn't get to do anything because I've been working on buildings, working on businesses and the music and stuff like that. And, so it was just like, all right, this is the perfect time for me to throw a party and just relax, you know what I mean? Like, so I have I have a couple of businesses who are coming, people who do their own independent work locally, and I have a bunch of artists who are coming. I have, friends, family, their friends and family, stuff like that. I just want us to get to know each other because that's how you really build a strong core fan base, you know what I mean? So I kind of stepped back away from my own music and started focusing more so on strengthening the numbers for all of us, you know what I mean? So
like investing in other people's art as well as your own to make sure that like everybody moves up together. So in terms of like this team of people that you feel pretty confident in the local community, can you speak to like who they are and what they do?
Yeah, definitely. It's a whole long list of artists that I can name. I'll come to them in a second. But for the event, for this first event at least, we have Delicious Dishes. She's a local food entrepreneur, stuff like that. She cooks, sells her own food and things of that nature. We have her coming to promote herself. We also have a local company called Glitter Things, who they develop like nice like decorative custom vases, trays, like anything like that, you know what I mean? So
craft work.
I have a couple of beat makers coming, Jumanji Beats for one, you know what I mean? I have Kadeem DeFridas. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but he recently produced a beat for the Double XL magazine.
Oh, wow.
And his beat was rapped on by Blueface and YBN Corday. Yeah, that's one of my boys who I again went to school with, grew up with, did music with early on and stuff like that. He also worked with Sprav and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Sprawl is kind of like what he did with us is kind of what all of us are doing with everybody else now. You know what I mean? He brought a lot of us together, a lot of us musicians, like kids, like 12, 13, 14, 15, like kids, you know what I mean, together. And now here we are 24, 25, 26 and on, and we're trying to do the same thing, you know what I mean? So it's only multiplying and stuff like that, you know, so. But as far as artists, we have, I'll be there, of course. Chris Cool Peoples will be there. Andre the Giant. Well, he was formerly Andre the Giant. He's now known as Wolfgang Williams. Who else do we have? There's so many people. I'm trying to line them up in my mind right now. I have Danny Ben Lavish. From Unlucky. I have TKV. Who else do I have? I have a lot of people, a lot of artists and stuff like that. But that's the thing, is that the team, like a team, it's like, you know, you think of a team, you think of like a coach, somebody who runs the team, and then everybody else are like the players who are working together, you know what I mean, trying to make everything work. Like when I say team, it's more like I'm one of the players too, you know what I mean? Like I just look at myself as like with my hands, you know, I have a little bit more resources with certain things, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to give those resources to people who I know are ambitious. Like, you know, this has all been a journey of building this culture here and being able to even have discussions like this one here, you know what I mean? So that's really what we're focusing on. But again, I have a videographer, MW Films, Melvin Williams. He's going to be there. I have a couple of artists coming up from New York City and stuff like that who are coming to perform. A couple from Amsterdam. It's a bunch of people. You know what I mean? Again, I like to do networking events. You know what I mean? Like we can have 100 just random fans in here who just want to drink, never listen to your music again, don't even remember the night, you know what I mean? But I realized that when you have a lot more people who are chasing a dream in the same room together, they will mingle with each other, you know what I mean? That's how
it's like sharing knowledge and information and resources too, because it's like, hey, this is how I achieved my project, how'd you do yours? It's like learning from each other.
I mean, and not only that, but it's building relationships, because now where artists are always on Facebook or Instagram looking for beats, now here are beat makers here in the place from, you know, I have a couple of their beats that are going to be played at the party and stuff like that. So, you know, it's a way for everybody to get to know more businesses locally in the area. And, you know, hopefully it'll lead us to, you know, more events, even outside of my own, you know what I mean? I don't want to be the only person doing it. I want everybody to see the system, and now we're all doing this in the area, you know,
and
know
that they can do it too.
That's really what it's about.
It's a super important thing, just sort of being an observer of a lot of music scenes around here, that it's important to have someone who's willing to put in the time and has the resources. Like you said, I know you have a studio, and to be willing to like work with people and show them how to do things and to like help them record, help them produce stuff. That's the only way to put more art out there and help a scene grow. So it's pretty important. Pretty good stuff.
That's really, you know, my goal every time I do something like that. So.
And you just released an EP at the beginning of the summer?
Oh yeah, right? June 1st I released my first ever project that I'm making money off of. You know what I mean? My first ever EP, album, single, whatever you want to call it. But it's a 5-track project called "It's No Such Thing as Little Lies." If you hyphenate it, it's install, INSTALL. You know what I mean? And it really, the name just speaks for itself. It's like, you know, I'm installing the new me into my music. You know what I mean? I have like 12 plus mixtapes from the past 5 or so years that like are just music that were like along the way, just doing songs here, doing songs there. But I felt like with this project, like I could be more vocal, more musical, more, you know, I was able to step back from the mixing side. I didn't mix the project myself, you know what I mean? I did record it myself, but I didn't mix it myself. I went down to DJ Ciroc actually, I had went to him, and he actually helped me even to pick out the songs. You know what I mean? Like I had a bunch of songs ready to go, and he had told me like, "Yo, these ones right here." So it's definitely a big shout out to DJ Ciroc. That's like my brother. But we went down to Brooklyn to Blue Shell Studios to get the project mixed by Will Baker, and he's a phenomenal mixer. Like I didn't even have to say nothing. Like we was in there, hey, you know what I mean, stuff like that. The cover art and a lot of photos that I actually have been sharing recently on social media have been from. I always tell her I'm sorry if I mess up her name, but Kiki
Vasilakis?
Yes.
Yeah,
Kiki
she's super talented.
She is. She literally drove down. We shot some photos and stuff like that, and like the photo for the cover of the project. Like as soon as she took it, like I just felt it. Like that was the one. You know what I mean? So definitely shout out to her. She's her. And once the project, like the way it really came about, I wrote and recorded those songs like last year sometime. I was gonna put them on a mixtape, but then this dude JC808, he works closely with Touch Money C's, Kevin Artis, a lot of other artists and stuff like that. He contacted me and was like, "Yo, I got beats for you. You don't even have to worry about anything like that." You know what I'm saying? It's the contract, it's everything. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, "Yo, do your thing," because I've been wanting to work with you. You know what I mean? And another guy, Pharaoh Beats, had also contacted me, and when I listened to their beats, they just sound so perfect together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I took those 5 songs and out came the project, you know what I mean? So
And did you produce anything on this project, or you've worked with each other in the past though? A lot.
Jumanji, he's like when I say producer, like he's really there with me like all the time in the studio, like I mean like from the moment of like we have a lot of songs. I'm gonna say this, we have a lot of music that is coming, but because we work so closely, we have a lot more time to be able to put into so we don't have to
the
rush.
little details.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So we definitely have a lot of work coming and stuff like that. But he's like a more, when people hear producer, they think beat maker. He's like a mental producer for me. Like you know what I mean. He can help to put you in that mental space, help you to dive into cultures, musical cultures outside of your own that can brand you outside of just a rapper. You know what I mean? Like he's helped me to even bring the vocals out on that project. You know what I mean? So he's like my real like producer, like one of them old 80s producers, like no, do it like this, nah, do it like that. You know.
So
what I mean?
kind of things were you like introducing to kind of broaden?
Well, I'm West Indian, so I got like a Jamaican vibe, so I try to bring that out to him, to like be more rhythm and more like to himself, like not really to himself, like more into his culture, more like home, right? So it can be like kind of like a personal thing, but everybody can relate to it in a way. So it's a kind of
really like for example, like he's like I've been teaching myself Swahili for like the past like 11 months now. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot harder to write it than it is to speak it. You know what I mean? So I've been learning the speaking of it because I do plan on taking a trip to Africa pretty soon. I definitely want to go. But
where do you want to go in Africa?
I want to go to I definitely have to go to Cairo, and I want to go to Ethiopia because I personally have like business ventures out that way. Like I really want to go out there and do great things out there and stuff like that. I'm a real like advocate, like real, you know what I mean?
Very
I'm just,
community based.
Yeah, I'm just building all the little pieces that I need right now to be able to achieve those dreams. But again, he's West Indian, you know what I mean? So like bringing different types of music to me, reggae music, like from like the 40s to 50s all the way up, you know what I mean? Introducing to me the Rastafarian culture. The culture, you know what I mean? And that's what he means by like embracing myself for myself, you know what I mean? Like up until I met this guy like 5 or so years ago, like I was really like so headstrong on work, like that I didn't have a like open mind to be able to like go past work. Like, I just take care of my bills, take care of what I need to, and just do my music on the side. But like, he brought like more so of a culture to like, you know, a system to be able to culturalize what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you do music, let's start getting into shows. Yo, all right, we're getting into shows now, let's start branding into this. You know what I mean? Like having great people around you to bounce your ideas off and be able to tell you no and tell you like that's not it.
That's
so you're not
so
stuck.
valuable.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's him. You know what I mean? That's you know, he's real behind the scenes, but again, and even so, me and him even have a collab tape, mixtape called For My Folks. You know what I mean? That was we got like, I think like 7 or 8 videos for the whole project. It's only 11 or 12 songs, but you know, that was just along the way. That was actually the starting point of us really merging to grow myself as because I don't want to just be stuck as like a rapper. When you think of Promise the Unbreakable, like when you think of Jay-Z, you don't think of just rapper Jay-Z.
Right. For a lot of people, I feel like it's kind of the second or third thing that they think of because he's built himself up in that way.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I respect people like Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, and you know, even J. Cole, you know what I mean? Like people who really like the Bible says don't, like you're not supposed to like flaunt your or show off your you know, your blessings like when you help somebody, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like we have a lot of people.
That's not why you're doing it.
Yeah, that's not why you're doing it. You're supposed to just do it, you know what I mean? So that's really like how we look at, you know, the whole system of everything. Like like a lot of the things that we've accomplished, I've forgotten about. Like if MW Films didn't capture it on film, then I don't remember it. Like he'll pop it up, like, yo, remember this? Like, yo, where was this at? You know what I mean? Because I'm so
doing so much.
You know what I mean? But these guys help to level me out. They help to be able to do the things that I used to have to do that I don't need to now, and it just again opens me up to where now I can go at a great pace and open my lane for everybody else to get into. You know what I mean? So
how did you two meet?
New School of Radio and Television.
Nice.
Went for engineering.
Yeah. We had both signed up like the same time. We had showed up, and basically I walked in a little bit late because I was like when they were first over in Albany Plaza, like they were like in this big circle. Like it's hard to get weird around there if you don't know. So you know what I mean. So I was a little bit late, and I came in. And when I came in, I mean, this place was packed. Like all the chairs were packed. The 3 mentors were, you know, introducing themselves and stuff like that. So I'm looking around, and there's no seat for me. So I'm like, all right, well, you know what I mean. So he was sitting in the back, and there was like a chair in the corner, like kind of hidden. And he told the dude, he like kind of like sucked his teeth and slapped his leg to move over. He had moved over, and then he moved over, and he was like, yo, come sit by me, man. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I just knew, like, you don't meet people like that.
You're like, now you're my best friend.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, now you're not going nowhere. Like, you know what I mean? So, and from there, like, you know, we were just chasing the same thing. He wanted to be a beat maker. I wanted to be a artist, which, like, put in my mind, like, yo, that's another job that I don't have to, like, I still learn that type of stuff, so I know about it, but that's another thing I don't
opportunity
have
to collaborate with someone.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, so, and then from there, like I mean, like, we've just been around ever since. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't win states, like different states together, all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So, from there, it's like I said, like, I'm not the best with memory, you know what I mean? But it's been a whole ride. Word, whole ride.
Yeah. So in terms of like your projects and the events that you've been putting on and your prospects to like open venues here and have places for artists to come and show their work, and also for places to go around Schenectady where you can experience like new up and coming art, which I think is like really needed. I mean, what is it about Schenectady that you like love so much? Like, what's sort of like the best part of the community here?
Because I mean, first, I'll say because I was born here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love Schenectady. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love to get away from it, but I love Schenectady. You know what I mean? And too, I mean, it's a lot of history here, you know what I mean? Like, this is, I mean, Edison literally made light here, you know what I mean? Like, from there, like, the rest of this whole entire country kind of just, like, the whole industrial age, just, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. So it's like, it's comforting to know that, you know, my city may not be known for the Jay-Z's or the, you know, yet at least, right. But at least, you know, I do come from a place of history, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. And then as far as, you know, bringing venues, bringing like more opportunity to Schenectady, again, like I grew up here, so I know what it's like going to, like, you know, Mount Pleasant, Oneida schools and Elmer and the high school. I know what it's like, you know, being a kid growing up here, you know what I mean? Like, without that's the only thing that's missing here is just opportunity, you know what I mean? Like, nobody believes in the next person enough, you know what I mean? Like I can sit there and see I can see the talent in a person before they even realize they even had a talent. You know what I mean? They had that talent, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I want to see better for everybody because like, I come from a family who had to struggle and had to, you know, like survive, you know what I mean? So Schenectady was not you know, you go back, I'm 25, you go back the past 25 years of Schenectady, it's not the easiest place to grow up in and stuff like that. So I just happen to be one of the, I guess, geniuses. That's what they always call me growing up. Like, yo, you're dumb smart, too smart for this. You know, they kept my head in the books and stuff like that. And I feel like, you know, even though I experienced the same struggles and stuff like that, like, I don't like to see that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to see, like, I don't call them bums, but, like, you know, I don't like to see people without on the streets. I don't like to see, like, you know, kids, like, you know, we got the kids who are riding their bicycles around and they're getting bashed and stuff like that. I remember being a kid and being able to ride my bike, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted, back then we were bad, you know what I mean? I had to go and get my bike, but, you know, let these kids be kids and stuff like that. And as far as the art side, I'm not just into music. Like music is really just one form of art. Like, I love, like, energy itself, you know what I mean? Like, when you look at life, like, life is just a big ball of energy, and, you know, it's like, you got the good energy, you got the bad energy, you know what I mean? And even the bad energy could be good energy. You just gotta look through it and find the good in it, you know what I mean? Learn from it and apply it to the next, you know what I mean? And, like, all forms of art is great. Like, I love painting. Like, my niece, she just turned 18 years old not too long ago, just graduated Schenectady High School. I keep on telling, I in my mind, I keep on meaning to tell her to make, like, an actual brand name and let's get a company going forward and stuff. But, you know, again, we're so busy. But she does paint, you know what I mean? Like, she really paints. I like painting. I like photography. I like, you know, movies. I like every form of art, poetry, all of that stuff. So as far as me bringing the venues and bringing opportunity here, it's like, you know, like, it's not just to get support for myself, it's to give people a platform and give myself a platform so that when I wake up in the day and I'm ready to go do something, I'm like, yo, let me go see this art show.
Yeah.
Yo, let me go see this. You know what I mean? Let me go and see it. Like, you know what I mean?
Because you can find so much inspiration from so many different things, but it has to be out there for you to, like, be inspired by it. Like, it has to be accessible. Yeah. That's super important.
Yeah, it can't just be, you know, either on someone's social media or just in someone's house and just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to give people a platform to be able to, like, yo, this is what I do, because you never know when you'll find the next Michelangelo, the next whoever, you know what I mean? And again, it's not even to find anybody famous or to get wealth or anything like that. It's just, this is what we like to do. You know, some people like to go to golf. Some people like to go to gentlemen's club. Some people like to, you know what I mean? Like, some people like to go, I don't know, sit in their garage and just read, you know what I mean? And us here, there's a lot of us here who like art of all
making
kinds.
Things.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Creating, like, being creative and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's just, there is no withholding that. It's just too powerful. You know what I mean? So that's why I pride myself in really trying to give everybody a platform. So again, these events are going to lead into, like, multi-business networks, like you'll see, art gallery over here. You'll see, somebody doing clothing over here.
Yeah.
It might even have somebody have a little tattoo spot for somebody to, you know what I mean, and prepay all of these businesses so that they can offer their business at these events, if not for free, then for at least cheaper.
Sure.
You know what I mean? To help them brand, and not charge them for passing out cards and making money there. You know what I mean? That's how we keep it all going. And, I've been to Miami, there's culture in Miami. I've been to LA, there's culture in LA, you know what I mean? I've been to Atlanta, Virginia. I've been to a lot of places and there's culture. Everyone is together, you know what I mean? And that's the one factor that, granted, this time period thing, we're just getting into that age, so I'm just trying to help use my ability to help push us more so into that age to where people are like, yo, 518, that's the place to go. We got a casino, you know what I mean? Like, so we did, you know what I mean? So we just have to build around that and just, you know what I mean? Hope for the best for everybody. And even if it doesn't work out, we just keep on pushing. As long as we're not dead, we keep on pushing, you know what I mean? Keep on doing that for people. That's what it's about, you know what I mean?
And I think that's a good point too, what you said is like, there's so much creativity here. It's pouring out from everywhere anyways. There might as well be a place for everyone to do it in an open space where people, like the public, an audience can come through and see a bunch of things at the same time and like realize how much is happening. It's like great. Good stuff. So are there certain areas of Schenectady that you're looking to like
right now we actually have 3 areas that we're attacking. We were initially planning on opening one venue earlier this year, but we ended up not going with the place because because we wanted to invest into we started looking at things from a backwards perspective. Like at first we were going to move forward and start throwing shows earlier on in the year, but then it was like, we started looking at the overall picture and like, again, like we're not just gonna stop here in Schenectady, you know what I mean? Like we're gonna spread this all over 518. A lot of people can't from Schoharie or from Scotia or Saratoga can't make it all the way to Schenectady. I'm just starting with Schenectady because it's where I'm from and because I feel like Albany, a lot of places have venues right now that until we get over there and you know what I mean. Again, like it's more of a collaborative. Like I'm trying to connect with everybody. I'm not just trying to open up a venue near a venue.
Yeah, you just have to start somewhere.
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to become a real investor into things like that. So as far as like, in Schenectady, right now we have one spot that we're actually working on in Bellevue. You know what I mean? In Bellevue, Schenectady. We have another spot that we're looking at over there by Yates Village, around that area. And the last 2 places that we're looking, we're really looking to get something a lot closer to like around the Hamilton Hill, Mount Pleasant area. You know what I mean? We're looking at some buildings that we could possibly tear down, reconstruct, and build in our own and stuff like that. And just to give us a little bit. Because again, it's not just gonna host shows. It's gonna host
it's an art
people.
Space.
Yeah, if people want to come throw their birthday party here, if people want to have something for the kids or whatever it is, you know what I mean, all year round. And that's what we're really looking for. You know what I mean? Looking forward to doing so. Bellevue, the Hamilton Hill, Mount Pleasant area, and over there in the Yates area, really, right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I think we've covered just about everything, unless there's something else that you wanted to talk about today.
I will say this. Again, this the party is gonna be like kind of a premiere of our first venue that we're attacking. You know what I mean? It's not the grand opening; it's just a premiere. You know what I mean?
Soft.
It's something that people can come and, you know what I mean, kind of get a good vibe, a good sense of where we're going with it. Because we have a lot of people who are putting in work with us, and I want them to see the fruits of their labor. You know what I mean? Like how far it's really coming, and seeing what you've done, it makes you believe in it more. It makes you like, yeah, we can do this. So, and then the next thing. my next project, a lot of people have been asking about my project. I ended up hitting like over 200,000 streams, like on multiple platforms, like all platforms together.
Because you're streaming on pretty much everything, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like literally it's told me over 230 stores and stuff like that. So with that said, like we did hit that marker with the analytics and stuff like that they give you. You can like read, you know, which you know, platforms are doing good and stuff like that. So I didn't expect that, because I was looking forward to getting 100,000 on Spotify, and we're about 50,000 in. But then when we looked at analytics, it's like, yo, forget Spotify. Like we just did this on all of these combined. Like that all that money counts. So.
Which ones are like being, I guess, the most fruitful for you?
As far as payouts,
say? I mean, like, in terms of streaming attention, like, is there a site that people obviously prefer over Spotify?
Over Spotify, me personally, as the artist putting out the music, like, there's like two sides of it. The fan, I'll say this, the fan doesn't really want to deal with too many ads or commercials and stuff like that. And they also don't want to pay $15 a month or whatever it is so that they could not have that and listen to your project straight through. So a lot of people do like Spotify because, you know, if you have like a laptop or a PlayStation or a computer or something like that, kind of erases a lot of that, like mixing your music up and stuff like that with other artists. You could actually listen to a project straight through, but on your phone, it's like, you know, mixes it up and stuff. So a lot of people prefer to have my music on like SoundCloud or have it on YouTube or something like that, where it's like all organized, separate playlists. I'm very keen on like making sure everything's easy to get to. You can click play, listen to the whole project. So, but so there's that side where, you know, they want to support you, they just don't want to deal with all the extra commercials, and I understand that. I don't even want to deal with that. And then there's the artist side with me personally, where I'm like, well, I really study a lot on, like, you know, what stream services like pay out the most and things like so that. Important. You know what I mean? Like on a quarterly basis, 3-month basis, you know what I mean? Just to know, like, okay, which one I need to promote, watch my analytics, you know what I mean? We need to make more money here because they're paying more. And as of right now, Pandora, Napster, and Apple Music, I want to say, Apple are paying Music the most. Is good, those three are paying the most right now, and so, you know, I like to promote those ones. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, you put the time and energy in.
Yeah, you know, so Google Play, you know what I mean, and Tidal definitely does great things for you and stuff like that. Tidal's real good with like giving you 2, 3, 4 commercials at once, and then like giving you an hour of free time and stuff like that. And they have the like $1 for like premium for like 3 months or something like that going on deal and stuff like that. Cool. But I'm sorry, I say that to say this is that my next project. I tend to do that, but my next project is coming really soon. You know what I mean? It's going to be a collaboration project. It's not going to be it's not going to follow my EP. You know what I mean? Like my EP, my own solo projects, I like to line them up to where they all, you know, flow into each other, make sense. Yeah. And this collaboration project is really like, for me, it's like a step away from the hardcore songwriting and just have some fun real quick. You know what I mean? And plus, you know, 5 songs, people are ready for the next, you know, bit of music from me and stuff like that. But it's really an opportunity for me to bring out an artist that I really like mess with from Virginia, from up here too. But you know what I mean? So nobody really knows of him as an artist. So
crossing borders.
He's definitely I could say it's like if J. Cole and J.I.D. did a project, like I wouldn't put myself on that level, but like that's the kind of sonic sound. Like yeah, that's the vibe that it's definitely gonna bring, and that's definitely coming within the next month or so. Great. You know what I mean? So
are there a few artists locally that you would recommend people listen to if they're sort of like unfamiliar with the hip hop scene around here?
I would definitely say you know, again, like there's so many. Like I'm not like a solid fan of just any group of, you know what I mean? But I could just start naming a few. Like I said, Chris Cool Peoples from earlier.
So great.
Him.
I love their podcast.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Word the Third Eye too. Like I like their music, their production. I just, you know what I mean. Their podcast, I listen to it all the time.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
They're like the same person.
That's like, so true.
They're like the different coin.
They play off of each other so well.
Coin, yeah. So
was it Room Temperature Podcast? If anybody hasn't listened to it, it's great.
Yeah, definitely go.
Just like definitely. If you want to learn some random fun facts.
Yeah, definitely. Where was that? Oh, music. Other artists. Again, the TK. I want to let people know about Kevin Artis, you know, from Amsterdam. He's definitely like, he's an animal. We got a lot of vocalists. A lot of people don't know about like Clarice Harbor. Like they think of so Chris Peoples, you know, but Clarice Harbor she's an animal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'm still waiting on a project, Clarice. So you know. Yeah. Who else do we have? There's so many young guys that I've been meeting too. You know what I mean? Like there's the Dead Flower. I mess with him. I mess with I recently discovered the what is this kid's name? Oh my gosh, like
that's the worst.
It's because it's so many, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's just so many, like and there are a lot of Schenectady artists, and the reason why I'm so mind jumbled right now is because again I have so many of them coming to this place, like you know what I mean. Yeah. So if you trying to come to the party, you can definitely hit me. You can inbox me from here until tomorrow. After like 7:00 tomorrow, I probably won't be on my phone. So hit me now. But yeah, it's gonna be so many artists. Like I can just say this, like anybody from 518 from the Albany, Schenectady, Troy, the whole 518 district, like I co-sign all of them pretty much. You know what I mean? Like however people look at me as far as talent and mind and stuff like that, I co-sign 518 because I haven't come across many artists who are just like oh my God, turn that off. You know what I mean? Like there are people in the industry that make me say, okay, I'm done with that. You know what I mean? But there are like when people inbox me, like I'll open up their message and I'll listen to it and I can see the potential. If you like, you know what I mean? Again, it's about the artistry, what they're trying to get off. You know what I mean? And there's not many people from, you know, Schenectady or from anywhere in the 518 that makes bad music in my personal taste. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean?
Pretty good.
That's how I like it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to go too far for good music. You know what I mean? So.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Yeah, thank you.
Sharing,
thank you.
And best of luck to all of your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Same with you guys. We're definitely gonna be connected a lot more. You know what I mean? It's my work period this year, going into next year, but I promise it's gonna be a whole lot of everything.
Yeah.
You know
plans,
what I mean?
Big
plans.
Good.
Very.
I'm glad.